that day, my homeboy hit me up and he's like, "What's up? Fool, you gonna get jumped in?" I don't know, fool, And my homeboy was like, "Yeah, like, hey, he's not sure yet, fool. Like, it's cool." And my other homie, Scrappy, that fool just said, "Nah, fuck that." He was from the hood. Next thing I know, 3 big motherfuckers are rushing me. Another cop comes. This fool reeks of alcohol. Like, this fool's drunk as shit.
Who, the cop?
Yeah, they be drunk. Mission Division, they're grimy in my hood. So who's gonna be the stupid ass that's gonna take the rap for the OG homie? Who's gonna be the idiot? Who's gonna take
That's
the rap?
crazy that they already knew the deal. They knew how this shit works, man.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, so I hear that and I'm just like, fuck. Like, I was already like 3 steps already. I'm about to go home.
That's fucked up.
And I turn back around. I'm like, hey, that's my shit.
Welcome back to the Rancher Network podcast. It's your boy Yak.
It's your boy T.
We back at it with another one. Thanks again for all the support, y'all. We appreciate all the likes and comments. We got another special guest for you today. My boy's had some crazy experience. He's been locked up in the past. He's gotten into that hole. He's basically coming from the trenches. So another story like that today. So I want to welcome my boy Marco. Let's go.
Round of applause.
Hey, bro, thank you for doing this, man. It takes a lot to do this kind of stuff, especially talk about your story.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, just to talk about it. I mean, I know people they're curious to know about what people go through when they get locked up. So, I mean, it's cool, to just let people know what's going on in there. I mean, I wouldn't want nobody to make the same choices I did, and
that part.
I have to pay for all the things I did. Like, I mean, it's not fun. Like, people think that going to prison is cool or whatever. Like, it's not cool, man.
It's not cool, and that's what we want to hear for
it's
sure.
for the birds, man. My philosophy is that, like, if you like nothing but dudes, go to prison.
Yeah, well, it's a, what do you call it?
Hold on, what?
It's
nothing but dudes. Let me find out.
Think about it,
Let me find out.
I knew from day one, I'm like, there's no hoes in here.
It's a straight hot dog fest, yeah. It's a hot dog fest,
Well, let's get into it. Tell us about where you grew up and what that was like being a youngster. Tell us about that real quick.
Well, I grew up in San Fernando Valley in Pacoima.
Oh shit!
And I mean,
Bacas,
that's like Bacas.
Okay.
Like, I mean, that's the ghetto. That's the ghetto of it.
Yeah.
What's it called? What do they call it?
Pacoima.
Pacoima and
You said
they call it
Bacas?
Pacas.
Oh, Baca.
Yeah.
Ah.
Paca.
Yes.
Oh, Paca.
Yeah.
Pacas.
Oh shit. Okay.
Pacas a kilo.
That's wild. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, I mean, I remember even growing up as a kid, like, my dad would play baseball, so we'll go every weekend to, like, Richie Valens Parks and up in Hanson Dam, and I mean, you just see people getting shot, or I always remember it clearly, like, as a kid, right, we were at the park chilling, and, you hear gunshots ring off, we go look, and they just got some food just laid out, with just bleeding everywhere, just leaking, and I'm a kid, so it's like, I think that's why, like, I think I process death a little bit different than everybody else. Like,
okay,
when your loved one passes away, you're just like, people get like hurt, or what happens is this, and I'm just like, all right, he's gone. Like, it's the circle of life. So
it's wild to see that.
I don't know, maybe I just process different because of how I grew up, but yeah. So I mean, I seen some crazy shit. Like,
how old were you when you saw that with like the whole baseball, or when you were
I was
at
probably
the
like
park?
9.
Damn, you're young.
That's hella young,
so
man.
I'm young, and I still remember it
hella
clearly.
young.
What's your dad thinking? Because you were with your dad at that point, right?
Yeah, my dad was right there playing baseball. When you go to the park, you're running around to the parking lot and stuff, and I was right there, and
how do you explain that to you though? Like, seeing that shit, like, what did he tell you? Like, hey, that's life, or like, how do
you see? Like, my parents, like, I'm the first generation here, so like, when you're growing up, your parents always tell you, oh, what you're doing, I've already done 10 times in fold, whatever.
Yep.
That's why I used to bump heads with my dad, because I would tell him, like, hey, fool, like, you weren't in Cali, like, I'm from here. You were raised in Mexico, so you really can't tell me anything. So I would, like I'll go balls out, like, I'm going full throttle, like, fool, you don't know what you're talking about.
Did he ever hit you with like, don't kick it with those cholos over there? Or?
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, my brother, right? My brother's my homeboy too. Well, he was. Now he's a Christian.
Okay.
Like that bro, he got, like, he changed, like, completely. He's a Christian now. So my brother, like, I guess he made it easier for me when I was fucking up, because,
it just, the cycle continues.
He did all that, and then by the time my dad started seeing me with a bald head, and he's like, oh, like, damn, another one, yeah. So, I mean, he just made it easier for me. Like, I mean, I think my dad got tired of whooping our asses. Like, either it's going to work or it doesn't. And for us, it didn't work. You want to whoop my ass? Like, whoop my ass then. Like, go ahead,
That's interesting because you would think, I mean, just because we already know the path you went to, when you would get, you know, everybody talks about it. Yo, the reason why a lot of these individuals go through down that path because they don't get the spanking. But you got the spanking. You're
no,
like,
no,
I just took that.
I think that's what happened is that I stopped getting the spankings because he's like, you fools are, he's like, you're big already. Like, it's like, I feel bad even like whooping on you fools. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
at what age is that?
I get you. It gets to a certain point where he's like, I can't do nothing. Y'all grown. I tried. You guys keep doing what you want to do.
Yeah, my dad was he's a freaking karateka. You know, he was a black belt.
Oh, really?
So, I mean,
Who was doing
I remember one time, I was like 14, 15, and I was doing crystal meth. I was messing around. And,
Oh, shit, okay.
And that's when he found out. Like,
Wow.
He didn't know.
What happened? You were tossing and turning all night? Till the
Nah.
sun came up?
I don't remember what happened, right? But I think I went to one of my coworkers. I was going to work with him, and I had like a half ounce of crystal on me, and he was just my ride, and he worked for my dad. So he called my dad like, hey, I can't be giving your son a ride if he's going to have freaking drugs on him.
Oh, shit.
So then he comes back, and man, I remember that fool just was hitting me with karate chops. Like, when I see it, boom, white light, boom, white light, boom, white light. Like, I'm like, I had to run away, you know? I had to get away from him, yeah. So, I mean, the whoopings were whoopings, like.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like, I dipped out. I think I must have left the house for, like, about a month or so. You know what I mean?
So this was like around 14?
It's like around 14,
So
15.
that's right when people jump off the porch, basically. That's 13, 12,
yeah,
14.
because, I mean, like, I started, like, hanging out with the homeboys and all that. I was, like, 12, 13, you know?
Okay.
So I grew up with a whole older generation than mine. Like,
Did were you around the projects? Or-
No, I mean, the projects are more up towards, like, Terabella and all that. I'm over here, like, in Arleta.
Got you. Okay.
Right,
okay.
Arleta and
Yep.
up to Laurel Canyon. From Laurel Canyon down.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're kind of far from them, and I mean, we go at it with them too, you know.
Got you.
But like my hood's not a big hood, you know. Like, but we're
Yep.
tight though. I mean, so
Were you,
I mean,
my bad. Were you already affiliated then? So you were already kind of affiliated with a specific hood, like you got yourself into
from
it.
the gate, yeah, but like, see me, that my thing was, I kick it with the homies, go do what I do, but like, I wasn't a bad apple, pretty much. Like, I always raised working. I grew up in an old school Mexican home, you know, like where you either go to work or you go to school. So I wasn't good at school.
Gotcha.
Like, I was not good
Yeah.
at school, so I've been working since I was 12. You know what I'm saying? And so I would just do my thing. I had my own car. I'll go with the homies, and then I'll straighten out. I'll kick back a little bit, you know? Before that, maybe like 4 times, my homeboys tried to jump me in, like, hey, fool, what's up? You gonna be from the hood? And I'll be like, nah, you know, like, not yet. Like, nah, hold on, you know? And I'll keep waiting. It'll happen again. And then finally, I think one time when I was like 17, my homeboy was right there, and they got down. You know, we're different hoods, and we're clicked up, so ain't no shooting each other, nothing. Like, you fools are gonna get down, handle your shit, and squash it. You know, shake hands, and that's it. And that day, my homeboy hit me up, and he's like, "What's up? Fool, you gonna get jumped in?" I'm like, I don't know, fool. You know, like, and my homeboy was like, yeah, you know, like, hey, he's not sure yet, fool. Like, it's cool. And my other homie, Scrappy, that fool just said, nah, fuck that. You know, you're from the hood. Next thing I know, 3 big motherfuckers are rushing me.
Damn.
So, you know.
Damn.
Yeah.
And how old were you?
At that time, I was 17.
17.
That was the last time where I was still like, and
Yeah,
that fool
yeah.
was like, nah, fool. Like, you're already carrying a gun. You're already out here. Like,
Yeah.
you're always out here, fool. Like
You might as well. And if somebody rode through, they were probably gonna hit you up anyways.
Yeah, I mean, if you hit me
Yeah.
up, I was gonna throw up my shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, so it was just, yeah. After that, it was a wrap. You know what I mean? Did that, got my little shit, and I remember the homies. That's what I always hear them tell them is like, hey, fool, you know, straight up, fool, you got 2 options, fool. You going to end up
Yes,
dead,
yeah.
or you going to life in prison.
What you know? What's crazy about that is that's the same fucking story that we hear from a lot of people. I went through it. No matter what, for some reason, and why does it feel like whenever they tell you that, they'll give you those options? It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, you see, but the game has changed now.
Yeah.
Before that's really what it was. Like, these kids now running around like it's not the same. Like,
Definitely
these
not
fools
the
are all
same,
just
yeah.
shooting each other. Like, nobody's gonna fight no more. Nobody's gonna do none of
Yeah.
that. Like, these fools, it's just gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
Like,
You're right.
So I mean, I see it, and it's like, it's crazy. I mean, like I said, I started banging the set when I was a little kid. So all these fools I was hanging around with were already, ya estaban huevudos, you know, like they were already older. So I mean, I still got to see the end of it, like the real shit, you know, like now, like you go dump here, and or they come shoot at you, and you go dump back, and they tell on you.
Yeah.
You know.
And you're getting fucking 200 years of life.
Yeah,
so
you can-
that's it.
you
End of
can watch
story.
that,
Yeah.
What, real quick, can you kind of go into the idea of like saying no? Because obviously, like,
Good
there's a lot
question,
of
yeah.
individuals that they don't know how to say no from getting jumped in because they feel like they're forced. What was your experience with that when you had to say no like 4 times? Did these fools get mad at you, or like how did you go about it?
You see, like I said, my hood. Like you see, like at home, I wasn't like, I don't know. A lot of people would understand that is that, you know, when you're with your homeboys and it's just different, you know. Like that's besides the fact if you're a fuck up, you're a screw up, you're kind of weird, whatever it is that's wrong with you and that people don't understand. I mean, your homeboys are gonna get you, you know. Your homeboys like that's your homeboys, like they got your back, like they accept you for what, like I'm saying, like I mean, yeah, if you mess up or whatever, you're gonna get your ass whooped. Like, you're gonna get your ass whooped and that's it, you know. And, and you're gonna learn from it. But yeah, no, it was never like that because I mean I would be chilling and at the end of the day I was always there. I wouldn't like I'll chill for a little bit and then I'll come back and then I wouldn't, you know, but like right around when I turned like 16, 17 around there, like I was there. Like I was fucking up, getting high, doing everything, you know, like I
hit the ground running.
Yeah, I was running them up, you know, at the trap houses, all that.
Were you doing any like wild shit like robbing or fucking pressing? You were just fights and shit at that time?
What, I think like that question right there, right? Like if anybody says that they weren't doing that, you know, because with gangbanging, that's just like something that's just I'd say natural, right?
Yeah, got you.
Robbing and shit like that. That's how you're gonna survive. That's how you're gonna get what you need. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody does that. Like, I mean, and the younger they are, the stupider shit they do.
Mm-hmm.
These fools probably jack. I know my little homies used to jack the paleteros. Like I used to like, what are you
yeah, that's
doing?
fucked up, man.
You know what's crazy? I'm glad you touched on that because we sit there and crucify other people for doing that shit, knowing most neighborhoods grew up robbing the elotero, man. It was a paisa dude. You're like, fucking, let me go get $30, $40 from him. But we crucify everybody else when we got to, you know, we got the shit going on amongst our own folks. So
that's why you guys bring that up because there was a video that was going viral recently. It was like, yo, they robbed the paletero guy and shit. And everyone gave him so much shit on TV, like everything, people commenting on Twitter and shit. This is some bullshit, whatever. Like, but to you guys, when you guys would see that, you're like, oh, that's it. That's how it is. Like,
it was kind of normal, you know, ice cream truck,
wild,
whoever.
Man.
Yeah, those were easy come ups just because they were there. They're fucking, you know.
Shout out to the paletero man, yo.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
I'll be like hooking it up, bro.
Yeah, like now that you look at it, like now I'm older. Now I look at it, I'm like, man, I was fucked up. Like,
yeah,
I was some messed up shit, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because they're fools that are trying to strive themselves. Like they can't get the regular 9-to-5 job or whatever. They're trying to do it themselves. So it's like, fuck. Taking that, but no shame to you. Obviously, I'm just saying, you know, it's just like
I don't know about that one, B.
Nah, fuck you, bro. You know, fuck that. We faded out.
Usually how it goes is like you hit up a paletero, like, hey, you know, give me a paleta, like that's like. I mean, like, just give him the paleta, dude. You know,
yeah.
You need a fucking paleta, fool. Just give him the paleta.
Yeah. Or at minimum, just run up a fat ass debt with them, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll pay you when I pay you. Let me get another one. Next thing you know.
Yeah, that's like the dude. We call him Money Man, the liquor store in my hood. Like my homeboys, like I have homeboys that are straight digs, homeboys that are cool.
Yeah.
Like, but with Money Man, when the cops will chase us, like we'll run into the store and we'll throw the gun in the chips or like, you know what I'm saying? Like he'll. Lalo that used to work there will keep the gun and give it to us later, like when the cops would jam us up.
Oh,
so
shit.
I would always go back and be cool with him, like, cause my homeboy Little Lonely would go and fucking, oh my, I just would be fucking drunk trying to fight everybody, like just everybody hated him.
Mm-hmm.
So I always go and I'll hit up Money Man, like, hey Money Man, like how much do my homeboys owe you? You know, like I'll pay him. Like this fool would think that, oh yeah, I punked him. Yeah, it's my hood. I take what I want. Like nah, fool, like that fool just don't want to deal with you. You know,
that's
like,
wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, like.
So you didn't end up going to like juvie or juvenile hall at one point?
Nah, I never. Like that's the thing. Like when you're a kid, like you don't like you gotta fuck up really bad to go to juvie, or you gotta be like really out there doing stupid shit. You know?
Really? You think?
It all really depends. Like because you could get away with murder when you're a kid. You really can. You know?
Like not legitimately get caught up, locked up, or anything. Like you just.
Bro, like and me, my thing is like with me, people always said about me that like. I don't look like I'm a gang member. Maybe the tattoos, whatever, but like a lot of people like think, oh, he doesn't look like a gang member. Like, you know, like I've always looked like a little freaking white boy.
Mm-hmm.
So even like maybe like I was 17 like around that time, I don't have no tattoos. Keep in mind nothing, and I don't dress all banged out with I wouldn't do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't. I'm gonna be all out there now. That wasn't me. I'm not gonna be all out there all gang banged out doing. I wouldn't do stupid shit.
It's a crash dummy, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like all my little homies and all the people at school, like Like, oh, I want to go do this. Like, nah, fool. Like, what the fuck you gonna go do that for? Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna go get this. Nah, fool. Like, look, let's do this. Like, I've always been a hustler. I've always, you know what I mean? Now, I mean, it's crazy because you're saying when you're gangbanging, you're gonna have like it has its ups and downs. Like, everyone goes through the phases. Like, you could be stuck at the trap house, just fucking getting tweaked out or strung out, whatever. You could just be messing up, not giving a damn. That's what's happening right now a lot. All these fools are just kicking it in trap houses, all different hoods, enemies, and everything. They're just chilling, getting high together. Like, it's all good.
Watching porno.
Yeah, they're fucking just smoking
Yo,
their away.
see,
Yeah.
I'm really sketched out on you, dog. First it was the boys, and now
Bro, I'm
it's this.
telling you,
What
fool,
y'all be
when you're
doing
on
watching that shit together?
when you're up 3 days,
Yeah,
I've
they
seen
be
some
doing
wild
some
shit,
weird shit,
man. I'm
like-
telling you, dog.
Hey, that's real talk.
So that, and I hope that just reinforces the fact, the fuck are you doing? Go out there, live a normal life. You know what I mean?
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
Wild.
I
for
like
sure.
that you bring up that perspective though, because that's a whole other world too. Like being like tweaked out at a pad, like
Whole
that's
other world. Yeah.
That's another world. When did
Stealing deodorants and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Carne
that's like
from
one
a
of the main-
carniceria.
yeah,
It's a different.
Like, stealing
Yeah.
hygiene, all that shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's the main shit that they do. Like my homegirl for land times, Smiley and Cookie, right? That's what they would do. Like, I'll take them to the stores and they'll just come up on a gang of hygiene, like.
Just because. Yeah.
low key seeing it like it sounds funny, but it's kind of sad too. When
Definitely,
I like seeing the
100%.
perspective from mine is like, damn, it's fucked up. Like it's not even snacks, it's not food, it's just personal hygiene, trying to be clean, like trying to be healthy. Unless they're trying to do some shit with it, or like,
it'd be clicking it.
Yeah, a
and-
little bit of
and getting
everything.
their fix.
gotcha.
Tweakers always got some bomb ass hygiene. Just know that.
You got that whole spice.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause they be
Old
stealing all that
Spice on
shit, you
deck.
know?
We'll find out.
That's how it goes. Like, I used to do my thing, get my little hustle on. Like, I mean, there was people out there where you could, I would put in my order of exactly what I wanted.
Uh-huh.
They'll go steal exactly what I
Yeah.
want. You know, like I'll give somebody like an 8-ball sometimes, and they'll have a backpack full of like just random ass good shit. Like and like good shit, like just expensive ass shit, just all mixed in a bag. Like,
That's
hey, I want
crazy.
this, you know, like you get a lot of good shit. Like when you're hustling and slanging dope or doing whatever, like you come up. But if you're using, like, it's just, I mean, you're gonna make money for, but it's not gonna be what you're supposed to be doing,
Right.
you know. And yeah, but
And it sucks. All that's part of the lifestyle. That's where we're getting at. You know, it all kind of comes together in one way, shape, or form.
That
Not
whole-
right. You know, it's not right by all means, but
The slanging shit trips me out because I was watching this movie yesterday. Have y'all seen it with 50 Cent? It's like something rich. Basically,
Get
does
Rich or
anybody
Die
know
Trying or
here?
some
Die?
shit?
Get Rich or Die Trying?
Get rich or die trying.
that's a movie,
that's
no?
his life story, no?
Yeah, because he
I
was
never
singing that
watched it
best friend
either.
song. Like, if I was your best friend.
That's
Yeah,
his,
no,
that's his
no, no.
life story, I think, no? Like,
I would assume so.
could
It
be the
sounds
movie,
like
the
it.
whole movie.
yeah.
But basically, that shit was crazy because at one point there was a scene where he was talking about the perspective of slanging shit, and he was like, "I was doing the math. I'm literally singing on the corner all night, all day, and I'm basically making a minimum wage, a minimum wage. And then the fact of the time that I would take if I did get locked up for this, I'd be making less than minimum wage." So he was
Yep.
saying that perspective. So I'm like, that's wild to think that way, especially as someone that was a hustler in the movie. Like, that's probably the same case here.
Yeah, well, they say 50 Cent was really, that fool was really with the business. Like,
Yeah.
he was really with the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you guys say that's the same thing though? Even like saying it now?
I think so. But this is the thing. That's the realization you come to after you done gone through something. It's unfortunate. We have to learn hard lessons. Black, white, anybody, Mexican, anybody that's growing up in the hoods, and not even in the hoods. I'd say communities or
Don't matter where
communities.
now, like, you got these
Yeah, you know, you're gonna come up with that type of mentality, and it's not till the end or till you get busted or something where you're like, what the fuck was I doing? I could go get paid a regular job, like you said, and actually buy the 501s, buy the Jordans, and then some with the money that I'm getting from a normal job.
Right.
You know, I guess we're just kind of like brainwashed with this allure of that type of life.
It's a luxury, yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is, you know. But shit, let's take it back to so you're running around, you're living that lifestyle, because it's a lifestyle, really. When did you kind of see it coming to the point where you knew for sure you were gonna get busted or you were gonna get shot or something like that? When did that boiling point hit for you?
I think when I was like 17, when the homies are like, they just said, nah, fool, you're gonna be from the hoods, because I mean, I was doing what it do, you know, like.
So you knew off the bat, the moment you got jumped in, things were gonna go from night and day.
I mean, it was already going bad, I think, because I even, like, I was working for the city where I had a good ass job and everything.
Damn, that's fucking badass.
What
Yeah.
the fuck were you doing with the city?
through the Seymour Sayer fire, like 2005. I think I
Okay.
don't remember what year. So through there, they were hiring people out of a work source place out there. And I got in through LACC, and I was cleaning up the fires.
Oh, that's tight. Okay.
So and I came up on that, and my brother got out of prison. I think he did like 12 years. He got out, and like I was his ride. So when I was working, I'll be driving him around, and slowly but surely, I just started kicking it with people, and then started getting high and fucking.
Did he come out on a different tip? Was that
My brother was still full fledged with the shits at the time.
Damn, so you were driving around and you were getting caught up.
He dragged me down with him. Like.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
him not knowing as well, I'm assuming. Once you're in that madness, you don't have time to think outside the box.
Yeah, so just kicking it with him and just being always with him, like, you know, driving around, like you see the cops, like you gotta pull over quick, let them hop out. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, I think the whole time I was with him, I was just peeping game, you know, like.
Man, bro.
Because I'm driving and like this fool's yelling at me. She's like, yo, when I say stop, you gotta stop. So you know, he's gotta jump out, throw the gun out, or you know what I mean? He's gotta get out the car. Whoever's got the gun is gotta run. You know that's you know what I mean? Whoever the fastest has got the guns.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's gotta dip out the car.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I lost my job, and after that I was like 24/7 just on the block. Like I'm with the homies.
Still 17?
Yeah, 17. Like just 24/7. Like I'm already getting close to turning 18, and I get caught up. Like you know, saying, I catch my first little bullshit case. I caught little bullshit dope cases and shit, and
As soon as you turn 18?
Yeah. So at 18, dog, like it just, I think I knew it was gonna go all bad already. So
You knew.
Yeah, I got some bullshit ass cases for dope and all types of shit, and then after that, one day I'm fucking I went to go see my girlfriend from high school and shit. I was still just going to go see her, and I'm fucking coming down. I'm tired, and I go to the block with my homeboys, and the day before, like right earlier before, we had bumped into the cops, and my homeboy broke right, I broke left, and he threw the strap, and we walked back to each other. So I had already got away that day. Like my stupid ass didn't take it as a sign. I was high, so I was like, I'm gonna go back to the block. I'm gonna go to the house, change, and come back. And I come back, and I got the strap, and I'm walking back home. They're right there on the block and shit, and I pull up. They're playing a little football, like catching the ball and shit, chilling. And I'm coming down, like I'm go home, like I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna go home, like I gotta get my ass home. And I start walking off, and when I'm walking off, my little homie Toons comes. He's like, hey fool, we'll just give you a ride. We're gonna leave right now. We'll give you a ride to your house, fool.
Fuck.
That was where it just went all south. Fucking, I'm like, I'm coming down. I'm tired. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go back. So I go back, and I'm sitting on a chair, and one of the homies is like, "Oh shit, look, like a cop car just passed by down the block." I'm coming. I'm going down. Like I don't care. I'm just waiting for my ride.
You had been up for a few days and shit.
Yeah, I've been up for like fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just crashing now, and
Like when you say you've been up for 2 weeks, that means you just kept like
just stay high.
no sleep, nothing
No sleep.
for two
Drugs,
fucking
it's
weeks.
madness. You
just,
start
like,
hallucinating and shit.
Yeah, you get the cat naps and shit. Like you'll be like pass out, and that's it. You know.
Fuck,
You knock
that's
out for,
crazy
like,
to
3
think that
minutes,
way.
and you feel like you're back to life. You know.
That's wild.
So I'm right there chilling, and fucking Mission Division pulls up on us. They pull up with the car off, and I got the gun on me, and I'm like, fuck, like. So I get up, and I put the gun in between a rim of a car, the rim and the tire.
That's smart.
Boom, I put it in there, and I was gonna try to start hitting the wall, but I'm just like, I'm not moving. It's all bad. And when I'm about to like go over the trash can, boom, the cop shines the light on me, like, hey, freeze! I'm like, fuck. So boom, they got us, and I go back, and my older homie had just gotten out, so it's him, and like pretty much like we're all youngsters, me and 3 of my other little homies.
Okay.
2 of my older homies, they just got out the halls, and they're both on gang file, everything. The older homies on gang file. I'm not on gang file. I don't. Every time they hit me, the cops, I'm not from nowhere, man. Like,
Yeah.
These fools, they get pulled over. They're like, yeah, I'm whoop from whoop, like, like you freaking idiots.
You said no tattoos at the time, and
No
güerito.
tattoos,
You were
no
clean.
tattoos,
Okay.
yeah. And I was just on like summary probation. So they searched the whole spot right there. They don't find the gun. I'm like, cool, I'm good. And they're on me, and they're telling me like, hey, what are you doing with these idiots? Like, why are you hanging with these losers? I'm like, nah, man. Like,
pretty much.
yeah, I was like, hey, man, I'm just right here. I was catching the football with them. So you don't know them? You don't? I'm like, man, I was catching the football with them, man. Like, I'm just chilling. So they don't find nothing, and they got me and the older homie next to me, and the other fools are from the driveway, the other side, and they're about to let me go. They're like, all right, fool, like, you know, like my story, you know what I mean?
You're cool, clear.
Yeah, you're cool.
Whatever.
You're just on probation. You're gonna cut you loose. And another cop comes. This fool reeks of alcohol. Like this fool's drunk as shit.
Who, the cop?
Yeah, they be drunk.
What
Mission
the
Division,
fuck?
they're grimy in my hood. And he comes. He's stumbling all through the right there, and
Like legit stumbling, like a fucking fetish stumbling.
They unhandcuff me, and I'm about to start walking off. That fool finds the gun.
Fuck.
Yeah, he finds the gun, and I'm already walking by, and then I hear the cop like goes to the younger homies, and they're like, hey, so who's gonna be the stupid ass that's gonna take the rap for the OG homie? Who's gonna be the idiot? Who's gonna take the rap?
That's crazy that they already knew the deal. They knew how this shit works, man.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, so I hear that, and I'm just like, fuck, like I was already like 3 steps already. I'm about to go home,
That's fucked up.
and I turn back around. I'm like, hey, that's my shit.
Damn.
I'm like, you fucking idiot. That's my shit.
Yeah.
They always told me what's yours is yours and what's mine is mine, you know?
What was the look on your homeboys' faces when they're like, oh,
They knew I wasn't gonna walk away. Like I think that's what made them realize more where I was at, you know? And yeah, the fucking cop, you fucking idiot. So they gaffle me up, and my little homie starts feeling bad, and he's next to me. They put me with them. And he's like, hey, fool, I got you for my bag. Don't trip. I'm gonna say it's mine. I'm like, nah, fool, don't trip. Like I'm thinking of the big picture. Like if you take the rap, fool, all you fools are fucked.
pretty much.
Everybody's gonna get hit with that gun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you
That's
said everybody
Why
was
would
on
that be?
parole,
Like-
everyone's on probation, parole, fucking, and
So
they're all
they're just like it'd be like a weapon in the car, and so everybody in the car gets
yeah,
fucked.
you're all from the
If
same
you're on-
hood
yeah.
and a known gang member. They're all known gang members.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And so right away that fool like tries to say like, hey, that's mine. I'm like, hey, shut up, fool. He's like, hey, what's he talking about? He's talking about a weed pipe. I think they found a weed pipe.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell him like, fool, shut up, fool. Like, just be quiet, dick. Like, so in the end they take 3 of us. They take the older homie, they take me, and another young homie that goes to the halls for like 10 months. And they take us to Mission Division and the gang unit. That fool's trying to like tell me like, hey, fool, like, you know, like, come on, like you could tell us if you're scared, and that's their gun, like whoop whoop. And I tell him like, nah, man, like that's my gun. Well, what are you doing with it? I was like, man, I live. There's like a junkyard in the back of my house, and I had it. Well, yeah, I was like, I had it, and I'm trying to sell it. I was trying to sell it. The first thing they asked you is like, were you gonna use it? Or I was like, nah, man, I was trying to sell it. I found it. I have a junkyard in my backyard. I found it in one of the cars, and I'm selling it. I was trying to get rid of it. All right. He's like, so he tells me straight up, he's like, I don't know if you're just lying to me and trying to save these fools or what, but I mean, from the sounds of it, like your story sounds, you know, legit. He's like, he tells me either you're fucking just, you know what I mean, you're a righteous homie, or you're really their homeboy, you're righteous, or you're just fucking, you know, like,
you don't know better. You don't know.
yeah,
what the fuck
this is maybe this is your gun, or maybe you really are, you know. So I guess I told my homeboy like the whole shit, like, and we meet up in Van Nuys County Jail, and he tells me, he's like, yeah, fool, the cop really believed you, fool. He's like, if he's not your homeboy, like, okay, whatever, that's his gun, and if he is, he told me you got a righteous homeboy. So I went to the station for that, and they tried to give me 15
what?
for a gun, 15 years.
15 months?
Because
Years?
the charge was because when they talked to the younger homie was telling them like, oh, that's you know, that's Woo Woo from Pacoima. That's my homeboy.
Damn. So he was
'Cause
affiliating you,
Yeah,
basically.
he's you know.
Fuck.
And I was like, what the fuck, like I was like, what a dumbass. But I mean, I stuck to my story. So when I go see the PD, he's like, yeah, you're looking at 15 years, gang member with a firearm.
What the fuck?
So was this the time at the time
The
when
injunction
when
and all that
dudes
shit.
The injunction adding 10 years just
That's
for
what
a
it was.
gun
It was for the
they were making
injunction.
examples out of people.
Yeah, the
bro.
injunction and the gun.
Is that like also that time where that whole conversation about like kids getting like life sentences and all that shit, was that kind of still like related to that shit? The CB,
That
the
might have happened a
or
little
SB?
after. SB 260, SB 261 happened
Okay.
after.
Yeah, that's way
Because
after.
that had to have happened in what, 07, 6, 8?
This is in 07, 08.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is just back then that was their thing to do. The government,
Okay.
is, street terrorist. And
Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
tough on crime. A lot
Yeah.
of fucking,
Okay.
it was punitive punishment, really, instead of restorative justice, which is what it's transitioned to now. But it took fucking forever for us to get to where we're at now.
Yeah, so I mean, they got me for that. Was it the enhancement or some shit? And then they tried to hit me with caring for the benefit of a gang.
Yeah,
That's
Wow.
the enhancement.
the enhancement,
Yeah,
10 years
caring
just for that.
for a benefit of a gang, and the gun. So I was just
weird
like,
shit.
I talked to him and the PD. I'm like, hey man, like, cause he's like, oh, it says right here you're a fat boy. I'm like, I'm 120 pounds, sucked up. Like I'm sucked up, you know. I don't have no tattoos. I don't look like a gang member. And he looks at me. He's like, well, that's what it is, right? All right. So I go to the county. Like my first time going to the county. Like fuck, like that shit is crazy.
What was that like?
Real quick, this is your big sentence? This is the one?
No, this is from when I first got caught up.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my first time going through the whole little
The
rodeo.
whole rodeo, okay.
Yeah. So it's crazy. Like this back then, around that time, you still had the steroid. Like all the cops were on freaking steroids.
yeah,
like
yeah,
they were
yeah, yeah.
fucking huge. Like
Corn-fed and
yeah,
I've
they'll
seen that
beat-
shit in
they'll
the
beat
movies.
The shit out of you. Like yeah, they're raged out. They'd beat the shit out of people. So
On steroids, they'll just slap you just
Yeah.
because, and you turn around, what?
Yeah.
And then 4 of them are jumping you for no reason. You're like,
Fuck,
"Damn."
that's fucked up.
or if you look back and they say, "Hey, stupid," and whoever looks back is gonna get beat up.
Bro, that'd be my dumb ass. Hey, stupid kid. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be
They
for
do
sure me,
that
bro.
shit. That's real time. They be like, "Hey, stupid," and if you look back, you fuck him up.
Fuck, really?
Real time. That's real shit.
That's fucked
They
up.
say, "Hey, stupid," like
Oh shit.
You're the stupid that fell for it.
yeah.
That's fucked
I just-
up. Okay.
So it's my first time, and I didn't go into usually you go through the tank right there, and they stuff it like sardines.
R&R, yeah.
So I guess they brought me through. Me and some other black guy. We went through the side, and we went straight through where they search you. And I look, and it's just a big ass steroid junkie cop. Like it's a big old corn-fed white boy.
Yeah.
Like this was huge.
Yeah.
I'm sucked up. I'm just like, all right, cool, whatever. Like I'm here now, you know. Like
Yeah.
that's my attitude when it's like, all right, she hit the fan already. Like like I'm here, you know. Like you don't need for crying or nothing. You're here, fool. So I go and I didn't hear him, and he tells me like, take your shoes off and hand them to me. I fucking took them off and just kicked them at him. I fool socks me right in the ribs.
Fuck.
Right
Yeah.
there on the spot. No,
Boom! I'm like, ha! You hit like a bitch. He's like, what?
You said that?
You
Yeah.
hit him with that?
Yeah,
Damn,
they fucked me
I
up.
could have dragged you and shit.
No, they fucked me
Oh,
up. Yeah, that fool took off on me. And I didn't even search me after that. He just fucked me up and said, all right, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Damn.
Get the fuck out of here. So I just push, and that shit sucks. Like, you just gotta wait right there, whatever, tell them your information, and then you go to the carniceria, you know? Fucking, I call it the carniceria because it smells like a straight meat market. Like, the carniceria store.
What the fuck? What
Smells
is
just
it?
like that, fool. And
Well,
especially
think about
if
it. There's 100 dudes in a 50-man tank, so you can imagine. Or
asshole,
even in the shower, there's
asshole
a lot.
naked.
Nasty, bro.
Asshole, yeah. Smells like a straight meat market, fool. So they just start stuffing you into this little room like sardines, stuffing your ass in there. And I'm
Bust
just
the
like,
nuts.
bust
Bust
the
the
nuts.
nuts.
That's the bust the nuts. And I'm just like, it's my first time, so I'm like, what
Your
the fuck's
nuts on
going
his
on?
Fool.
butt.
Like all this terminology sounds sus as fuck, yo.
Yeah.
It is. It 100% is. That's
So
why I'm trying to
sus.
deter motherfuckers from wanting any inkling of what comes with that. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, like fuck it. So we go in there, and I'm just like, what the fuck happened here? You know, and it's even worse when there's a fucking bum in there, like a homeless motherfucker.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Like it smells bad, fool. Like,
Ugh, that's nasty. What
Like-
happened to the deodorant shit that you talked about? All the crackies being fucking clean.
this is
and
like
shit.
homeless fools that they take off the street. So
Yeah, I think it's just literally before they get like separated or figured out where they go to like brown jumpsuits or whatever. They're there. Everyone's there. You're in there with
Stuffed in the
everyone
tanks.
you can
Fuck.
think of.
Asshole
man.
naked.
That's fucked.
From a lawyer that
The
got
blue
a
collar
DUI
fool, yeah.
to
Bottom
somebody
of
that just committed a murder to a bum that got picked up for breaking a window. There's everybody there at that point.
Gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go right there, and they're screaming orders like they give you each one of you a bag and a paper,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta throw all your everything. You gotta
Yeah.
throw all your clothes, everything, underwear, todo in the bag.
Uh huh.
So you strip out and you put everything in the bag, and then they start calling you out, and you walk out right, and the next stop is you grab a towel out of this milk crate, and you go into the shower. It's a long ass shower, like a quarter, like a long
Yeah.
quarter, right? No, you ain't getting no shower shoes. You ain't you're barefoot as
Hell
fuck,
no.
asshole
Yeah.
naked, trying to cover yourself with a towel running.
Yeah.
and all the damn things are clogged, so the water starts filling up.
This was your favorite part, right? This was your favorite part when you went.
And sometimes there's no soap. If there's no soap, it's all bad.
That's a good. That sounds like a Friday night to me.
Yeah, so yeah, you go right there, you shower, and oh yeah, when you walk by, they throw a fucking a roll of blue sometimes. Your issue, they chuck it at you. You never know, because sometimes the sheriff just want to throw that shit in your face or whatever. You go, you shower, you put on your blues, and you go out through the back. Right after they open the shower, you go out through the back, and you go in this little cage, and right there they give you your shoes, your little fucking like bootleg Vans.
Mm-hmm.
You get those, and after that you're gonna go to through medical, the scan and all that. But now I guess they made it a law where you can't be there for more than 24 hours.
And oh yeah, that's recent.
Yeah, before you could be in processing for maybe 3 days.
Okay.
There was people there 3 days worth.
Sleeping on the ground.
Fucking
fool.
sucks.
Yeah.
Sleeping on some dirty ass ground. It
Yeah.
was bad. So yeah, you do that, and then they house you to the medical pods, and the medical pods are crazy, bro. You just, if you got your best bet, just so you guys know, if you're going through there and you don't got no medical, just say you have no medical problems, because you'll get out of there faster. If you have anything wrong with you, you're gonna be in the medical pods for 2 weeks or a week before
What the
you
fuck?
get housed. Yeah.
Wait, why? What's that process? What are they doing at that time?
Well, they just they're gonna you see different doctors, or you see the nurses and shit, to see exactly what the problem is with you.
Let's be
Medically
real.
clear.
Let's say you do a real, you get caught up with some real shit, right? A lot of people will try to take that path they're not there, right? Would they have to do that then and there or not?
It depends. I think that's more in the movies.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's some movie shit. Because when you're going through there, you got fools that are murder, DUI, manslaughter, it's all mixed up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, for sure.
It's crazy,
So how much time did you get for the gun?
I did 3 years for a gun.
3 years
My
for a
first
gun.
one.
I'm so incredulous about that, because nowadays, I'm surprised you even made it to. You would think, okay, you get out
County
with
lit.
OR,
Or even
return
yeah,
to court,
yeah,
county lit.
County lit or
County
something.
lit is at 1 year. It's like a standard 1 year.
That's what you
sentence.
expected.
That's
but
what you
you
normally
got
would
yeah.
expect,
That's
but
what
he
you
got
get.
hit with all these enhancements.
So you were serving all those 3 years where exactly?
Pleasant Valley and
So that first bit took you to prison?
yeah.
That's
Really?
fucking wild.
And
man.
I beat all the gang member, all that shit. I beat it all, because after I got processed and everything to the county, and I went to court, I got a different PD, and I told him he's like, hey, right here it says, they call you fat boy from Whoop Whoop, that you're with this person, and this fool saying this. I told him hey man, look at me. I told him I'm $120. Why would my name be Fat Boy?
Right.
I told him I got no tattoos. Nothing. I'm not a gang member, man. And he's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah. And they separated my case. Everybody got violations.
That's crazy. You did all that, and everybody got violated still.
Well, yeah, because they're hanging out with the homies.
Yeah.
So, but that's my little homie later on told me fool, you did that, fool. I didn't know if I would have said something. I told him we would have all been screwed.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody got a little 8-month, 10-month violation, and I did 3 years.
So 3 years, goddamn. Okay, I'm telling you, I feel just because we're so used to now hearing shit. Now it's not even a felony, I believe. If the gun wasn't.
Yeah,
worth more
I
than
got caught up. I got
$500
caught up for guns later, and it's just 16 months with half.
What was your experience going into prison? What was happening? First off, first question.
Yeah.
What was going through your head during this whole process? Were you scared? Were you mad, or how were you feeling?
No, it's just. I think I think I was mentally already ready for it. I guess.
Okay.
Because I knew what was coming.
Okay.
So you knew what radio meant already?
No. I had to learn the hard way. Because hey, look.
That's crazy.
Now I get it, because I did it now after. When you're the first time going to the county, they're gonna be on you.
It's rough.
They're gonna be
You
on
say
you.
when you're referring to they, who are they?
Well, the homies.
general.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's about respect, and it's just. It's just like the saying: if you could survive LA County Jail, you could survive anywhere, and it's true. That shit's true, because LA County's popping. You can get killed in LA County, whether it's from the inmates or the cops, or hopefully it's the inmates, because at least they'll find your body, But it's crazy, And if you mess up or like you cut through the tables wrong or something, you're gonna have to do burpees. Like you're gonna get broken off.
What do you mean cut through the tables wrong?
Well, that goes back. Remember, I was telling you at a certain point, you were walking on eggshells. You spit on the wrong sink, you're done for. You use the wrong phone.
Don't wipe the sink. If you don't
Yeah.
wipe the sink after
Oh
you use
man,
it.
yeah. You're in bed at 10:01 when you're supposed to wake up at 10 on
Oof.
the dot.
Don't fall asleep on gallo. Do not fall
All
asleep
those
on
little
gallo.
things, yeah. But that's
Okay, we'll get to that because I'm curious about that shit. But okay, so when you first got in, what happened? So you said you were feeling that pressure already right off the bat. They were on your ass.
Yeah, but I mean, I think now I understand it. Before I was just like, God damn, what the fuck? What the hell did I do? Like these fools were on me, like, because you're young and you don't know anything, so that's the way it goes. Like that's just the way it is. Like we're gonna engrave this shit into this fool.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, every now and then I get broken off. Yeah, like cause you see I'm doped out. I'm burnt out. Like I'm at that time I'm a kid and I was doped out, not giving a damn. Like I was screwing up. Sometimes I'll be just airheaded and I'll cut through the wrong side of the table. Or like one time I went to use the black sink because we could use it as long as we clean it or whatever. And I went and I washed my hands and I didn't wipe it. And one of the OG blacks got at me. He's like, "Hey, youngster, like, you need to wipe that down real quick. Can you wipe that down?" Or I fucking grabbed the towel and I just threw it on the sink, and they were gonna whoop my ass for that.
Yeah.
You
Is it because of the way you did it, or is it because
it's a different race? And I just I wiped it and threw it, basically
like disrespect
like
in a
fuck
way?
you,
Yeah.
And they were about to fuck me up for that. They were about to give me a boob up for that.
Fuck.
Like in county, it's like the answer to everything is ass whooping. And the ass whoopings got worse now. Before, 13 seconds was nothing. You get 13 seconds, all right, whatever. But now they're just giving you, it's called the wave. You get 3 hard 39s.
Jesus Christ.
Three separate people, 3 separate pairs of people, freshly beating your ass.